Welcome back to Sam's Watch Review. In this video, I will show you how to do the settings and operations of this watch, Casio AE1600. And if you want to know more about this watch, you can check our review. I will put the link in the description. Okay, first, let's start by make sure we are in the timekeeping mode. It should look like this: day, month, date, hour, minute, and second. But if not, then you can press the mode button several times until you get a high-pitched beeping sound. That one. Or you can also press and hold the mode button until you get one beep, and then it will jump to the timekeeping mode. Okay, now we can change the time format by pressing this one, the lower right button. So this one is the 12-hour format and this one is the 24-hour format. Okay, next we can activate the backlight, of course, by pressing this one, the light button. Okay, and then next, if you want to do the LCD check, easy, just press the adjust mode and this one, the start button. And the trick is, you might want to hold the watch in this position and then press the adjust button a bit earlier and then the other two after that. So now we have this view for the LCD check. And then press the mode button, so we get the next LCD check screen, and then next, and then now back to the timekeeping mode. Okay, one more checking that you can do, but I honestly don't know for what. Maybe you can use to check the originality of the watch. You can do that by pressing the adjust, and then the light, and then the start button. So you might want to hold the watch in this position again, and then press the adjust button a bit earlier, and then the other two after that. It will show letter T on the upper left of the display. Okay, now let's press the mode button to exit from this one. And next, let's set the time, date, and so on. Actually, this one was already covered in the basic settings, but yeah, let's just make sure because this is the detailed version. Press and hold the adjust button on the top left, like this, and then the second is flashing or blinking. And yes, we can reset the second by pressing this one, the lower right button. If it is 30 or more, it will become 0 with additional minute. But like this, only 29 or less, it will become 0 without additional minute. Okay, now press the mode button. And we are setting the hour. For this one, you can use the lower right button to increase the number. And sadly, there's no way to reduce the number. So you can only go up with this. And yes, if it's already passing, then you can just press and hold to speed up the process and then press one by one to get to the number that you want. Okay, now next, press the mode button and we are setting the minute. Also the same thing, press this one, the start button, and yeah, let me set back to 3. So press and hold until, let's say, 50 something, and then press one by one until I get to number 3. Okay, and then press again the mode button, and now is the year. To set the year, also you can use the lower right button, the start button, to increase the number. And if it's already passing the number that you want, you can just press and hold. It will cycle back to 2000 after 2099. So like this. Okay, back to 2000, and then yes, let me press one by one to get to 2025. Okay, now press the mode button and we are setting this one, the month. So press the start button to increase the number. Same thing, you can also press and hold. Let me set to 3 March. Okay, press the mode button. Now we are setting the date, also the same thing. And yes, you can press and hold. Let me set to 10. Okay, and then press again the mode button and we are back to the setting of the second. And if you're done with the setting of the time and date, you can press the adjust button and done. We have set the time and date for this watch. Okay, now let's continue with the next mode, and that is the alarm. We have 5 alarms here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one is the hourly signal or hourly chime. And now let's start by doing what we call the alarm sound check. So press this one, the start button, and hold, and we will get beeping sound like that. Okay, and now release the button and the beeping stop. So the alarm on this watch is multifunction alarm, meaning you can set the hour, minute, and also the month and date. And for the alarm number 1 special, you have the snooze option. Okay, now let's set alarm number 1 as a wake up alarm with snooze at 5:30. And to do that, press and hold the adjust button. Okay, and then this one is the hour. You can increase the number using the start button. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then press the mode button. We are now setting the minute. And you can use the start button to increase the number. Okay, 5:30. Okay, and then press the mode button, and now we can set the month. But since we are going to use alarm number 1 as a daily wake up alarm, then this one leave as blank, but if it has some number, then press the start button until it shows blank. Like this, okay? And then press the mode button, and this one is the date. You can set if you want, but this one is going to be a daily alarm, so we will set as blank. So same thing, if it shows number, then you can press the start button and hold, and then release. And yeah, set as blank like this. And then if you press the mode button, now back to the setting of the hour. So we have set the time 5:30 for alarm number 1. Press the adjust button and done. Okay, alarm number 1, 5:30. And now we can cycle through the options. So this one, alarm number 1 active, this small indicator below, okay, alarm number 1 active. And if you press the adjust button, not press and hold, but just press like this. Now alarm number 1 still active, and now with snooze option, okay. And if you press the adjust button again, now the alarm number 1 is not active and also no snooze. And then yes, you can press one by one to cycle through the options. So alarm number 1 active, active with snooze, not active. So let me set as active with snooze. Okay, that's for alarm number 1. Let's continue to alarm number 2. Let's say I want to set alarm number 2 as a birthday reminder. Let's say February the 11th and at 6 a.m. So to do that, now let's press the adjust button on the top left. And let's set the time first. So this one should be 6, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then press the mode button. Now the minute, let me leave as 0. Okay, and then press the mode button. Now is the month. So I set February the 11th. So this one should be 2. Okay, 1, 2. And then press the mode button. This one is the date. So press the start button to increase the number, 11th. Okay, and then press the mode button, back to the setting of the hour, and then press the adjust button. And yes, alarm number 2 is active for 6 a.m. at February the 11th. If you want to deactivate the alarm, easy, just press the adjust button once. So this means active or not active. And you can refer to this indicator here. Active, not active. Okay, let me set as active now. And yes, let's continue with alarm number 3, 4, and 5. So for those 3 alarms, you can set by yourself. You can try with whatever combination that you want, okay? And then next, this one is the hourly signal. We can activate by pressing the adjust button on the top left. So you can see here that the small bell icon is showing, meaning that the hourly signal is active, and now the watch will give beeping sound every changing of the hour, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and so on. Okay, and yes, that's all for the alarm. Now let's move on to the next mode, and that is the countdown timer. For this one, you can change or adjust the length of the timer by pressing this one, the top left button. If you want to set the timer to be 24 hours, then just leave it as 000. This one means 24 hours. But if you want to set, let's say, I want to set this one as 4 minutes. So this one should be 0 for the hour. But if you want to input the number, of course, okay, just press the start button. So because I want to set as 4 minutes, then let me press and hold and then set as 0. Okay, and then press the mode button. And now is the minute, so 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and then press again mode button and back to the setting of the hour. And yes, for the timer, you can only set the hour and minute, but not the second. And one more thing, for the timer, you can also activate the auto repeat by pressing this one, the light button, when in the adjust mode of the timer. So press this one, and you can see here A.RPT, auto repeat. Okay, so to activate or deactivate, use the light button. Okay, now if you're done with the length setting, then press the adjust button and done. You can start the timer by pressing the start button on the lower right. This one, start, and it will count down like this. And if you want to pause, also use the same button. If you want to continue, again, the same button. If you want to pause or stop, use the same button. And if you want to reset, use the adjust button. And done. That's all for the setting and operation of the countdown timer. Now let's continue with the next mode, stopwatch. And for this one, easy. There are actually 3 ways to use the stopwatch, but I will only show you two of the most used one. So the first one is the start stop. Use this one, the start, and then you can use the same button to pause, and then press again to continue. And then if you want to pause, press again and continue. And if you want to pause or stop, also press the same button. And if you want to reset, use the adjust button. Okay, and then the next one is to use the stopwatch for split time. So press this one, the start button, to start, and then use the adjust button to get the split time. So now we can see here is the screenshot of the time, so 4 seconds. Okay, and then if you want to see the time that is now running in the background, you can just press the adjust button and we continue the stopwatch. Okay, and if you press again the adjust button, you get the next split time, and time is still running in the background, so like this, 23. And then if you press again, it will jump to the time that is running in the background. And if you want to pause or stop, you can press the start button on the lower right, and then to reset, use the adjust button. Okay, now let's continue to the next mode, the last one, the dual time. Press the mode button, and this one is the dual time. You can set the time for the dual time by press and hold the adjust button on the top left. And yes, this one is the hour. You can use the start button to increase the number like this. So let me set, let's say, as 20. Okay, I then press the mode button, and now we can set the minute. Also the same thing, use the start button to increase the number. Okay, and then if you press again, it will return to the setting of the hour, and you don't need to set the second. The second will be the same as the one on the timekeeping mode. Okay, now if you are finished with setting the time for the dual time, you can press the adjust button and done. Now we can press the mode button to get back to the timekeeping mode, and finished for all the setting and operation of this watch, Casio AE1600. If you have any question or if you have something to add, then just please put in the comment below. It will be very helpful for me and also for the other viewers. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and I will see you again in the next video. Have a great day.